Hi, welcome to Northern Thrifters. My name is Melinda, and today I'm going to be doing a book haul for April 2019. I am an avid reader, and I do enjoy taking books out of my local library, but I really like buying new books for myself. I love being the first person to read a copy of a book. So I thought it might be fun to share my most recent chapters purchase with you and give you just a little background on each of the books in case you're interested in checking them out for yourself. So the first one I picked up is Patricia Cornwell's Chaos. This one is in her Dr. Kay Scarpetta series. Kay Scarpetta is a medical examiner, and it kind of follows her adventures with her cop friend and her FBI husband. So I'll just read a little bit of it for you. It says, on a hot, late summer evening in Cambridge, Massachusetts, Dr. Kay Scarpetta and her investigative partner, Pete Marino, respond to a call about a dead bicyclist near the Kennedy School of Government. It appears that a young woman has been attacked with almost superhuman force. Even before Scarpetta's headquarters has been officially notified about the case, Marino and Scarpetta's FBI agent husband receive suspicious calls, allegedly from someone at Interpol. But it makes no sense. Why would the elite international police agency know about the case and even be interested? Now, I bought this because I love the Dr. Kay Scarpetta series, but this one has international intrigue, so it makes it even more interesting. So that's the first one I got. The second one is The Golden Sun by Shilpi Somaya Gowda. So I've read another book from her called The Secret Daughter, and I absolutely loved it. So I saw this. I know nothing about this book, but I saw it was by her. So I thought, oh, I'm going to get this one. So I'll just read a little bit of the inside cover. So it's a moving new novel of a young man at the crossroads of life. So Anil is the cherished eldest son of a large family in rural India. He is expected to inherit the role of leader of his clan and arbiter of its disputes. Lena is his closest companion, a fiercely brave girl who loves nothing more than the wild terrain and her close-knit family. So Anil is the first in his family to leave India, the first to attend college, and the first to become a doctor. So it goes on. Basically, Anil moves to America, gets kind of swept up in the American culture and way of life. He works at a hospital. Some kind of mistake happens at the hospital. Then he goes back for a trip to India and reconnects with his old friend. So it's kind of a story about that, reconnecting, getting over things in your life. And then what it says, as the two old friends discover each other again, they must also weigh the choice between responsibility and freedom and between loyalty and love. That's how the intro ended. And I thought, ooh, that sounds like a good one. So that is the next one. And this is by Meg Howry. I think that's how you spell her name. And it's called The Wanderers. And honestly, I judged a book by its cover on this one. I just thought the cover looked so cool sitting on the shelf. So I picked it up. So this one, it sounded like it was kind of a space sort of one. So it says, in an age of space exploration, we search to find ourselves. So it says, in 4 years, aerospace giant Prime Space will put the first humans on Mars. Helen Kane, Yoshihiro Tanaka, and Sergei Kuznetsov must prove they're the crew for the historic voyage by spending 17 months in the most realistic simulation ever created. Constantly observed by Prime Space's team, Helen, Yoshi, and Sergei must appear ever in control. And it goes on from there. And I kind of thought to me, the first thought I had when I read the book is Biodome. Do you remember that show? And I think it was Pauly Shore in it. Like, I know I shouldn't think that because this is probably a little bit more highbrow than that, but that's what popped into my head, and I loved Biodome. And this had a space theme, which I thought was kind of fun. So this is what I picked up, The Wanderers. And then we have Alan Gibney's I Carried You Home. And I will read a little bit about this. It says, from an exciting new Canadian literary voice comes a poignant, lyrical story about a boy's love for his grieving mother and his determination to bring her back from despair. So that little blurb just caught me. Well, it's a brand new Canadian author. I love reading works from Canadians. And it just sounded like it would be so touching. Oh, and here it says, I Carried You Home is an emotionally complex and satisfying first novel about coming of age through the experience of loss and a redemptive return to life. It's just beautiful. Just the intro is beautiful. Let's judge it by the intro. So another one is S.J. Watson. I love S.J. Watson. It's called Second Life. Now, I've read Before I Go to Sleep from this author, and that book was great. So Second Life, yep, I'll pick it up because I like the first, well, this isn't a series, but I liked her other book. Oh no, S.J. Watson is a guy. I always think it's a girl whenever I hear S.J. Watson, but it's a guy. Sorry about that. So it's a sensational new psychological thriller about a woman with a secret identity that threatens to destroy her. So this is what it said. I love this intro. It says, she loves her husband. She's obsessed by a stranger. She's a devoted mother. She's prepared to lose everything. She knows what she's doing. She's out of control. She's innocent. She's guilty as sin. I love that intro. So this one, I think it's going to be pretty good. And then I saw this one. It's called Happy People Read and Drink Coffee from Agnes Martin Lugand, translated by Sandra Smith. So I've never heard of this author or this book. Apparently it's soon to be a major motion picture. It says up here, but I've never heard of it. It says, she fled to Paris to lose herself. The love she finds will change everything. Now, I'm not normally into sort of romantic books, but for one, I really like the title of it. And I like that it's an author I've never heard of. I honestly go for that because sometimes they're the best ones. So it says here, Diane seems to have the perfect life. She's a wife, a mother, and the owner of Happy People Read and Drink Coffee, which is a cozy literary cafe in Paris. But when she suddenly loses her husband and daughter in a car accident, her life is overturned and the world as she knows it instantly disappears. And it goes on from there. It just sounds like it could be quite a touching read. So that's that one. And then we have Leaving Tomorrow by David Bergen. And he wrote Age of Hope, which is actually, I've read that book as well. It was pretty good. Not my favorite book, but it was pretty good. So, oh, it's on the back of this one. So it says, in the small Alberta town of Tomorrow, young Arthur yearns for a larger life. His father loves horses and good books, while his mother follows practicality and her faith. Bev, his rough-edged brother, chooses action over thought. At odds with his surroundings and his religion, Arthur's one ally is his adopted cousin, the fearless Isabel. Their mutual admiration for the land, literature, all things French, and each other sustains Arthur. So it goes on. What I liked about this book is it's based in Alberta, which is where I live. So I thought, I didn't really mind Age of Hope. And I know David Bergen is super popular. So I thought, yeah, give this one a try. And the last one that I picked up is called Sea Creatures by Susanna Daniel. This one again, I picked because of the cover. I thought it was so pretty. Never heard of this author. Not sure if she's read or wrote anything else or written anything else. Oh, Stiltsville, apparently she wrote. Okay, so I'll just give you a little brief intro. It says, when Georgia Quillian returns to her hometown of Miami, she's hoping for a fresh start. They've left Illinois trailing scandal in their wake, fallout from her husband's severe sleep disorder. For months, their 3-year-old son Frankie has refused to speak a word. On a whim, Georgia takes a job as an errand runner for a reclusive artist, and suddenly the future offers new possibilities. Time spent with her intense but kind employer might, it seems, help Frankie find the courage to speak, and help Georgia reconcile the woman she was with the woman she has become. So I thought this one kind of sounded good, even like it's the cover that pulled me in. I just love the cover. But the back, it sustained me. So it says it's an intelligent page turner about, amongst other things, South Florida, art, insomnia, and marriage. So that kind of sums up the novel. So that is all of the books that I picked up so far in April. Let me know in the comments, have you read any of these books? Let me know what you think of them. What books have you purchased recently that you are looking forward to reading or that you've read and really enjoy? Let me know. And while you're down there, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time.